Hello everyone, Dungeon Frog here, and we are 13 hours into the Scourge race, and I want to show you my redoing of my old build. We are doing once again Trickster Voltaic Burst brand character, and this time I have to be saying I'm optimistic that this time actually this character has a lot of potential. If you see, the skill got a bit of a buff. It got 1.5% extra critical strike rate, and it gets now 1% more damage with hits and alignments for each cast on the skill currently waiting. And as you will see, we will have like around, at the moment, even like we are playing for 13 hours with a lot of breaks, and are currently rank 150 in SSFHC, and yeah, this skill we are around 10 stacks plus, and our defenses are great as a trickster, and yeah, the build is fun. I guess it's difficult, to be honest, too. So it's probably not a good starter build. But I did start with it, and I'm still alive, and everything is fine. So I will quickly show you a bit of it gameplay, and after that I show you once the skill tree. And if we are a bit farther, I will probably make another video to see how well it will do in the late game. And I don't know if I will die, of course, that might happen. But as you can see, we are trying to spam those explosions and they look fun. And we also have our static orb. I think we will later do a curse on hit setup with it. And probably Culling Strike, but I'm not sure. I think they synergize well at the moment. I think they proc each other. So that's good. We are going for the Lightning Golem. He gives us tons of damage as we are trying to stack cast speed. And yeah, the main problem I think with this build is if enemies do move too fast, and therefore the Val Blind Gem is really useful. As you can see, it slows them down so that they are stuck in the AoE. I mean, there are tons of options to increase the AoE, like quality gives AoE, leveling the skill gives AoE, and you see my Lightning Golem dies, but he's way better than in the past. The Golem above is really nice so that they regen some life, and I just bought Elemental Army for him. That hopefully helps him a bit in his sustain. And yeah, I mean, it's not like, it's probably not even B tier clear speed, but I think it does its job. It's fun, and it looks great. It's something new, and I'm enjoying it a lot. And I think it has some potential to at least do, yeah, probably yellow maps. Not sure about red maps, that might be a bit too much, but we will see. I'm excited to play it right now. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy it too. But let's skip this map for a bit, and I will show you my tree so that you can see it on your own. By the way, that's our character. He looks nice. Dungeon Frog because, yeah, I needed some room. Defenses are nice. And let's go to the POB DB. And as you can see, we start as a shadow and go into the Trickster Mastery. And you can't start, obviously, with a Voltaxic's brand. You can now switch way easier into it than before, because the Room Binder is now on a better position than it was before. You don't have to travel there anymore, but you have to travel a lot, like going from here, and like this way was my this, and then I went here up, and here up, took some notes here. Actually, I took those two. and then here. And I leveled as a Frostblade characters, which was a pain, to be honest. It's not good for Shadow, but yeah, I think I did it overall okay. And yeah, I switched around Act 6 to the Runebinder, to the brand build. But I think you could switch earlier. I did regret that I switched so late. Because the power was definitely there. But yeah, you probably need this node if you want to switch, because if not, you only have 2 brands possible, and with that you can at least have 4 brands. So I think that's probably pretty important. And yeah, I think the new Trickster is maybe a bit worse, but I think it's better in the leveling process. We start with Weave of the Arcane helping us with our mana problems. Then Harness the Void give us a lot of extra damage skills really well with our skill. And then you can get Escape Artist for tons of defenses. As you saw, my defenses are pretty good, and in this POB it's even better. And finally, probably go for Swift Killer. I think you got tons of recovery through the tree. Like you get here 2%, you get here 15, 15, 10. So you got a lot of on kill, and here you got another 2% on kill. So that's super juicy from the regeneration side. So, and this is probably not enough DPS. So this is really good for a clean clearing, but probably a bit worse for mapping. And yeah, um, you take some of the nodes. The tree that I'm taking here, the increased spell damage per intelligence, which I took here right now. So I'm getting this earlier. So yeah, if you are switching to this build, you probably want to grab at least this AoE node and this AoE node. This node is probably also really good if you want more AoE. I don't have it now, but I probably will get it. Because like I said, getting the mobs into the AoE is pretty important. And if you get, like on the amulet, AoE buff, that would probably make this node obsolete. And yeah, overall, great tankiness, decent evasion. This node is the next one I'm taking with my build. Increase evasion while you have energy. Shield really scales well with Ghost Dance. Those are next to each other. You can take the 50 maximum life here. Here the increased and life recovery. I think we're probably not that reliant on our life recovery, as our ES shield probably will block most of the stuff. Um, Other than that, yeah, pretty decent skill. In the ideal case, we are running something like this. I'm running the 4 links which are here also in my description. Burst, Brand, Swift Brand, Inspiration. And then you probably want to add a lightning damage and elemental focus. And I'm not sure how well elemental overload works and how it does not show the buff anymore. So I'm not sure really how the buff works, but um, uh, so this in this build it probably had like 11% crit. So the better choice might be Control Destruction, would give us tons of DPS, but I'm not sure with the crit. So it's also more mana cost. So I'm not sure. I didn't have problems with the mana in this build at all. I had so much mana problems with the last one, but this time no problem at all. So not sure. So yeah, added lightning damage might be the low mana cost, low damage issue, or possibility. And elemental focus we probably don't shock that much because we are running skitterbots. And yeah, I probably won't. Not sure if I will run Hydrosphere. I would have to test it how well it works. But Orb of Storms really works now. Probably Hex Touch, Conductivity, and Culling Strike, probably a good combination. We are using Ref and some Skitter bots, and you probably might have enough mana. I'm not sure to get another aura. Maybe Precision could be an option if you if the crit goes low and we want to opt out for damage. I have a second wind with no, I have Arcane Search with Sealskin at the moment, and Flame Dash not with a second wind, but you probably want it with that. There are some Val options to boost your burst damage. I think Val Blight is the best. It does boost your damage a bit and helps us to slow the enemies down. Yeah, Lightning Golem with some defenses, and which I don't have now, but Withering Step probably a good idea here for the quick 6 Wither stacks, which helps you with your DPS again. So you see, like having 6 stacks increases our damage to 206k, and with Val Blight we are going up to 218k, and we can have 2 brands on the target, so you can double this, and then you have to add like in this time probably even more. I mean, now we even have 10% more spell damage, so with a better gear probably even more. So decent damage, I guess. Not great at all, but it's overall pretty decent. It does not have charges, which would increase the damage also by quite a lot. But we only get them on kill. So if we find a way to get them like this, that would be really nice. Yeah, definitely tick. Have you used the movement skill? You flame dash or Wither Step all the time. And not sure about the new Pantheons. I'm running at the moment Brime King, but Brime King and the one with the physical damage. Not sure what we want to go. We definitely want to go with Alira. It's really good, as our tree on the right side lost a lot of it, or pretty much all of the elemental resist. You got here some in the past, but you don't get this anymore. And it's also way harder to get alignment kept, as this does not give any alignment anymore, but this still does. So that's why we are traveling here. But hard to get alignment kept, but pretty easy to get stun kept. Here we get 25%. Here we get some here and here, so that pretty makes it pretty easy to get stun kept, and getting also the corrupted blood. But this is probably a really late game, so I'm done now with this part pretty much. Not doing the small alive nodes, but I will probably do them later. Now I focus going here up with my build, and probably this first, and then this node, and then yeah, we probably fill out the last slots, probably somewhere around this. And yeah, overall, I think the build improved greatly, and I think it's now viable in yeah, in most cases. It's a fun build, hard to play, probably not for beginners, but I think yeah, I'm really happy that it works out now, and yeah, I hope you enjoy too. Say something in the comments, leave a follow, leave a subscribe, and watch me probably on Twitch if you have time. I'm probably streaming quite a lot now that the season starts. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and see you soon.